Hey, thanks for calling the Beards and Sundries Market. You've reached Jay. Leave a message after the tone.
Hello, this message is for Jay. This is John from HR. Jay, I'm finally catching up on your little podcast, and I heard your call to me specifically because Sean doesn't exist. It is 10:50 on a Monday, which is Mommy's day off, and yeah, because Mommy works for the Beards and Sundries HQ 6 days a week. So, lest you forget, I was on said episode and I did partake. I read up on it. We're good. Don't worry about anything because Joe did consent to it, and that's what's important. Consent, everybody. Enjoy the episode.
And welcome back.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to Season 2, Episode 12 of Beards and Sundries.
An actual dozen. That's right, guys. It's time for another lunch break here at Beards and Sundries, the shop where three gay men with beards do inventory on a new sundry item in each episode.
My name is Jay, and I am that last Miami Vice you drink before vomiting over a balcony onto bystanders.
As one does. And I'm Anthony, and I still have sand between my cheeks from that one time I had sex on the beach 15 years ago.
You'll never get all of it. And I'm Joe, and I had some very unexpected time off from work this week due to my second run-in with COVID-19. And if you haven't guessed, today's sundry item is spring break.
Hooray!
Yay.
That's right, Beardos. A week off of school for many students around the world, spring break also offers adults some time to decide if they'd like to plan a trip or brace themselves for more children running around in public for a week.
Or plan trips around it.
Today, we're going to learn about how spring break came to be, some trips we have taken, and later on, Jay has some fun TikTok comments we've received, and also later on, I have a fun homebrewed game for us because I will not lose 2 weeks in a row.
Still a little sore about it.
Which I also made a TikTok today about that. Recording today, not episode drop day.
Well, Joe, I've been to Miami during spring break, and I've seen a lot of sundries, but can you tell me a little bit more about them?
Ooh, speaking of, we're going to talk about Miami Beach later. But for now, if you guys are new to our show and you're just wondering what the hell a sundry is, the word comes from an Old English term meaning odds and ends. Now, today it's used mainly in retail to group together objects that don't typically have a group of their own. So, as three very spring break-loving gay men with beards, we are using the term to describe the wide range of topics that we cover.
Speak for yourself. I hate spring break.
Yeah. I never really got to enjoy it like everyone else did, so...
I have a couple times.
But before we get on to our first topic, we should probably talk a little bit about our voicemail intro.
HR is obsessed with the Oklahoma branch, y'all.
Oh my god.
Yeah. HR can't get enough of us.
Right?
I think HR has had enough of us.
Also, you're basically like an indentured servant, so they can really do anything to you, Joe.
Oh, don't worry, they do. They make me say, Mackin, please, no!
But Joe, I'm glad that... Wait. Last week wasn't Meaty Melons, was it?
No, last week was...
Oh, last week was St. Patty's Day. Duh.
Look at the Irish! Quit faffing.
I was sitting there going, oh no, which commercial? Who sponsored us? And I forgot.
With the truly authentic Irish accent.
Guys, you really get the real deal with me.
That commercial, I was like, this is giving Outback Steakhouse in terms of offensiveness.
That was my point. I was like, this is terrible, and this is the purpose. I mean, that was the restaurant's purpose.
What was it fucking called?
Pub and eatery in Dublin, but not the real Dublin.
But not the real Dublin.
Not the real Dublin, obviously.
I was like, he's really doubling down on this one. Ugh, God.
Is it like Dublin, Ohio or something?
I think it's Dublin, Kentucky, actually.
That was inspired by our commercial from when we were doing teasers before the episode dropped. and it was about the chicken fried steak shack and bait shop or something like that.
Fried spaghetti, y'all.
Yeah, we had chicken fried steak, chicken spaghetti, and chicken fried
everything.
Yeah. And you got to take your kids on the old Buckin' Bronco. So bring your checkbook.
You called him like something Bronco, but you also Bull the
Old Hank or something stupid.
I really don't remember.
You call it a bull and a Bronco, and I just remember being like, Jay, those are two different animals.
Yeah, that's what they caught on.
I don't even think I caught that I did that through the whole thing.
Yeah, you just called it something the Bronc Buck riding bull. I don't remember. I was just like, this is so dumb, and I love it.
If you don't know what we're listening to, go back and listen to some of our teasers right at the beginning, way back last year.
Way back before we released any episodes.
When we had no clue what we were doing, which we still don't.
I was a different person.
We stumble a little bit better now.
Yeah, now we stumble more professionally.
Like we're going to stumble into our first topic today, which is a history of spring break.
Oh my God, shut up.
Back on track. So according to everyone's favorite, Wikipedia, spring break is a vacation period including Easter holidays in early spring at universities and schools, which started during the 1930s in the US and is now observed in many other countries as well. Spring break is frequently associated with extensive gatherings and riotous partying in warm climate locations, attended regardless of participants' educational standings. If that doesn't summarize Florida in one sentence, I don't know what does. Regardless of participants' educational standings. Just say Walmart. Like, come on.
I just don't, like, what does that even mean? Like, whether you're a student or whether you're a good student or a bad student or just...
No, whether you're a student or not.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't think anybody cares. Don't you just go there and you get chlamydia and you come home?
That's the only reason I went.
Oh, it has swayed wildly from its origin.
It was religious, wasn't it?
It actually started in the 1930s. A swimming coach from Colgate University decided to take his team down to Florida for some early training at a brand new Olympic-sized pool in sunny Fort Lauderdale. The idea clicked with other college swim coaches, and soon the spring training migration became an annual tradition for swimmers nationwide. But now, spring break is an academic tradition in various, mostly Western countries that is scheduled for different periods depending on the state and sometimes the region.
Well, technically now you do go swimming.
Yeah, definitely.
You go swimming in your bad decisions.
I wouldn't recommend it.
In juices, various as they are.
You go swimming in one of those fish bowls. You go swimming in a lot of bodily fluids because you're probably a slut because you're drunk.
Some guy named Sean out behind the gay bar or in the bathroom of the gay bar.
From the Florida branch of HR. So, furthermore, in the United States, spring break at universities, colleges, and many K through 12 school systems can occur from March to April depending on term dates and when Easter holiday falls. Usually, spring break is about 1 or 2 weeks long, although some schools may just schedule it for the last week of March with separate days off for the Easter holiday, so it kind of ties in with Easter too.
Definitely not how it worked for me, but...
Usually ours was around like the 20th of March, like the third week or so.
Where I grew up, we were a 4-day school week, and so that altered how that shit worked for us because we always
were already 4 days back then.
We started 4 days when I was in 6th grade, I think, when we started 4-day school weeks. So that would have been when would that have been? 2001 or 2000, somewhere in there.
Were they longer days?
They were longer days, and we had Fridays off, and so it like kind of so it ate into our
Fridays for playing on the chat piles.
And so it ate into all of our holidays. So we definitely didn't get spring break. But we'd get like 1 day after Easter off, that Monday.
Having a beer on a chat pile every Friday.
And then we'd have to go to work that Friday. Or school. We'd have to go to school that Friday.
Don't lie, you had to go on the chat piles on Fridays.
So we would get a day off just to go back and go into chat piles with our beer.
There you go.
With our green eggs and ham also.
So my niece has a 4-day school week now, and I don't know. I'm super jealous of that. If I could find a job where I could just work 4 10s, ideal.
I mean, it really worked out. Looking back, I didn't hate it. I hate the fact that I'm a 5-day work week. And I'm on a flex time where I only work 4-day Fridays, and I still hate that I have to go in Friday morning.
4-day Fridays?
I'm on 4 hours Friday morning.
4-hour Fridays. Okay.
Did I say 4-day?
I was like, what the fuck is a 4-day Friday? Day 1, Friday. Friday 2.0. Friday part 4. Friday versus Jason.
I work 9 hours Monday through Thursday and 4 hours Friday. Friday
versus Jason.
Friday part 8. Friday takes Manhattan.
Weren't you the one who wanted to keep this thing on track?
Yeah. This article shorter than I thought. Well, I should also point out that with the Spring Break Wikipedia page, at the very bottom where it says See Also, it lists Girls Gone Wild franchise, Senior Week, and Wet T-shirt contest. So it's a nice, humble holiday here in the U.S.
I'm really annoyed that I'm not in like a white T-shirt.
You know what, though? It's not religion-based. Thank fucking God.
Finally, a holiday that's not religion-based.
Just ends with religion, leads up to Easter.
But you know what? We could make it religious-based.
We haven't?
I wonder what churches do at this time of year. Let's ask.
The Church of the Girls Gone Wild. The Father, the Girls, and the Holy Wild.
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Tids.
The Father, the Son, and the Whole. Wait, I've already seen that one.
Joe, I'm actually really shocked that you're only on the Father, the Son, and the Whole, because I'm on Father, the Son, and the Whole 9.
That releases on Friday, part 4. I'm not there yet.
I'm on the back hole 9.
Backdoor Sluts 9.
Oh my God! I'm sorry, future Anthony, for editing through all this dreck. All right.
I'm sorry, listeners, for putting up with this.
So that's enough about history of spring break. We're going to chat now a little bit about what we remember about spring break growing up. I always remember it was time usually for a trip, or we would do like a band trip, or we just stay at home, honestly. So either we would stay in Morgantown, or sometimes we would even go to the beach. Now, our beach growing up was called Sandbridge Beach, and it's about 15 miles south of Virginia Beach. So instead of being like a party town, it's south of Virginia Beach. So it's separated by like a military base. And Sandbridge Beach, it's south of that. So it's right on the coast, and it's more of like a small coastal community. So it's just housing rentals.
Is that
so
in
mainly
Virginia?
Houses, family group rentals, that kind of stuff. I'm not falling for this. Zachary Quinto as who, but it was like a calmer, family friendly beach. So we would go with like usually 2 or 3 other families, and we would rent out a house for the week. And it was either then or summertime when we would do that, but usually it was like an annual thing with the family.
That's cool. We didn't do that.
Yeah, that's way better than us. I didn't understand what spring break was until I think I was in high school and found out people got off for spring break and actually went and did shit.
I think I grew up taking it kind of for granted because I didn't realize that it's only like a 6-hour drive to get to the beach from Morgantown, West Virginia. So we would just go right across Maryland, and there we were. There's the beach.
I stayed at home.
Yeah.
There were some years we did that too.
I mean, I still do. We just went through spring break week, and it was nice because my parking garage was a lot easier to get into and park. But I don't go and do anything on spring break. It's kind of the last time of year I actually want to go do something because I know everyone's fucking out and doing something.
Yeah, I really don't want to be traveling somewhere. Like, I don't want to even go to the store because I don't want to deal with children. I hate being in a store when the kids should be in school and they're not in fucking school.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's pretty rough too.
Do you remember last year when we were planning for our cruise and I Googled all of the college spring break dates to make sure that we weren't going to hit like a plethora of people?
Yeah. And we were like, oh, great. We're in the clear.
And then it was high school. Fuck them.
Ugh. Texas high schools, I think it was, right?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, well, yeah, because we went out of Galveston, so that was really easy.
Remember the arcade that was right outside of where our rooms were?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I went by there one night, and these girls were like hunkered down, like comforting one of the other girls who was crying. And I guess they had formed some sort of weird clique. And I was like, wow, this is really a microcosm of reality, isn't it? This whole cruise ship has just become like social commentary. And I walked away and I got a drink.
I remember being in our room and constantly hearing some noise from one of the machines going, boo!
Yeah. Like every 5 minutes it would do the little loop. And I was like, well, if this is the worst thing we're going to hear all week, then so be it.
It really wasn't bad, but I just remember at a brief moment being like, what the fuck is that noise? I gotta figure it out. And then it dawned on me that we're by the arcade.
Can we do that again soon?
Yes, I would love to.
I would love to do that.
Maybe we can hop on to, like, are there any that are retiring soon that we can, like, offer to hop on for the journey to the shipyard so we can be like their last journey? We'll make sure all the alcohol is consumed before they have to waste any of it.
Yeah, you don't have to get rid of any of this. We'll deal with that.
We'll even drive the boat. Like, we'll just take it off your hands and we'll make sure it gets to the shipyard somehow.
Yeah, it's not like you care about it.
What was the carnival celebration, Jay? The one that Kathy Lee Gifford christened that they just decommissioned?
Was that the Ecstasy?
Ah, that's right, I think. The one that set sail in 1991.
Yeah.
You're like, can we just take that one to the shipyard for you and we'll just get rid of it for you?
No, we definitely didn't travel on spring break. Not usually whenever I was a kid. I don't recall going on any specific trips during spring break.
Actually, I have some friends on spring break now, so one of them I think still listens to the podcast, so I hope you guys enjoyed your trip because this will come out by the time that you've been back.
Oh, yeah. They're on a cruise, aren't they?
They are. They said that the dining room is still terrible on the Vista, because remember how we weren't wildly impressed with the dining room?
I mean, I went in knowing what to expect, though.
So I've had really good experiences, and then when you and I went, it wasn't that great, and we skipped it a lot. Well, they're complaining about the same thing.
Is it still having propulsion issues, too?
Oh, I should ask. I'll ask them.
Because they were supposed to be dry docking it while they worked on it, and then apparently they skipped it, and then it's still having propulsion issues.
Dry docking.
Ha ha ha.
I don't recommend dry docking. No, spring break was a great time for us to just like hang out and go around town. Since I grew up in small town Oklahoma, my friends and I just got together and putzed around town and hung out and did all the things that you would do when you were a kid. Went over to each other's houses and played video games.
Yeah, I do remember a few that we'd stay in town and we'd just hang out with friends and go to each other's houses and have sleepovers and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think hardly any of my friends went and did anything. It just, nothing changed in my neck of the woods that I remember.
Yeah, I think that's part of it is I just don't really recall any specific thing that we did while I was in like grade school and high school.
The only thing I do remember is going over to the big town that we lived outside of, which was Winfield, and that was 12,000 people, so it was huge. And all those kids would be off school for a week, and it was just annoying because Sonic was full when I'd get there on Friday and shit like that.
Fucking love Sonic. You know, I spent some time on the East Coast, and that was the one thing that I missed the most. When I got back to Oklahoma, I immediately went to Sonic because I was like, I gotta have a fucking Sonic cheeseburger. During the time and where I was at, geographically, it just wasn't available.
Which I will say that Sonic around the country can sway towards not being the best because they are actually headquartered here in Oklahoma in Stillwater. Are they headquartered in Oklahoma City?
They are headquartered in Bricktown, Oklahoma City, just a block away from my office.
So we're close to the source, right? So Sonic here tends to be pretty solid and pretty great all the time. I can't speak about the ones further away, and sometimes I've seen some bad pictures.
As you get further away, it's not very good.
Oh, I've seen some poor quality the further away.
But around these parts, it's pretty fucking great.
It's kind of like that In-N-Out burger that's in Dallas that's just not good.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I go and I get it, but I'm like, this isn't In-N-Out. This is not.
Speaking of travel being kind of a nightmare, I kind of wanted to go into our next little topic. I was going to talk a little bit about airline travel during this time of year. Now, I pulled up an article from Axios.com, and it's titled Spring Break Travel Expected to Top Pre-Pandemic Levels, which this is the first spring travel season since 2020 that everything's going to be back to normal. That's in air quotes if you guys are listening. So more than 158 million passengers are expected to travel for spring break this year, a volume that's expected to surpass 2019 levels, according to a forecast by the trade association Airlines for America. That's 2.6 million travelers every day through March and April.
All I can think of is that episode of Family Guy where the girls are like, Mexico!
Yes, I was thinking about that today, too.
Mexico! Hey, is this beach topless? No, but my margarita's bottomless.
Mexico! Mexico!
I'm just imagining Jay and Kayla reenacting that. Because you guys both work in the office.
We would absolutely do that. And I know that one of the supervisors would pop in and be like, you gotta stop. It's just all the time.
It's all the time.
And then I'd call her and be like, Mexico. She goes, I can't talk right now.
Well, it's worth noting because the FAA issued a warning that the industry is still heavily understaffed. And I don't know if you guys have read about these, but there have been just a string of narrowly avoided misses and miscommunications from air traffic controllers and newer air traffic controllers that aren't experienced. There was an incident at JFK recently where a JetBlue plane struck another parked aircraft. So I mean, like, it's not going away, it's not getting better, and it's making me kind of nervous to travel through the airlines right now.
Well, I mean, luckily we don't have any flights planned right now.
I'm kind of keeping it light this year. Student loans are kicking my ass.
I don't mind flying, but when it's busy like that, God, I fucking hate it.
That's why we typically don't travel during the holidays. Because I have vacation blackout at work. So, but I mean, during the year, we typically travel around like less busy times, like April or September or October. We don't really travel during the holidays a lot anyway.
I strive to stay away from holidays.
Yeah, I think the only time we really travel that's anywhere closer to a busy time is May for our wedding anniversary. But we're not going anywhere this year, I don't think.
We're going to stay here in Tulsa because I don't know if you guys have ever seen them before, but the Savannah Bananas, a minor league baseball team that's known for their dancing while they're playing, they are coming through Tulsa right on our anniversary. So we are going to go stay at a hotel downtown, and we're going to go to the Savannah Bananas game.
I love watching them on TikTok.
They're so funny. And One Oak Stadium is actually really nice here in Tulsa. You get a great view of the city skyline, and being a minor league stadium, it's never really that expensive or crowded. So I think it'll be a really fun time.
I always feel bad for people in Oklahoma City because our stadium faces away from the downtown skyline, so you don't get that. But there's actually quite a big hotel next to it. And every time we get like a home run or something, they blare this massive, it sounds like literally a cruise ship horn. And so I feel bad for everyone in the hotel.
I have stayed in that hotel for work conferences.
Oh, yeah, because I think I came swimming once with you guys.
Oh, yeah, I think you did. And then we met for burgers at that one place downtown. I can't remember what it's called, though. But it has like that glass front exterior. And then we went upstairs and ate on the second level. You know what I'm talking about? You walk in, there's a bar, there's stairs that go up to the second level. And it was sort of like a sports bar vibe because there were a lot of TVs and there were sports on.
God, what was it?
Oh, fuck if I remember. This has been ages ago, and I'm kind of surprised I remember it.
I know. I was like, this has to be at least a decade ago.
Were we together then? I don't think I remember this.
Oh, we were. I can't remember if you were with me on that trip or not. No, I think you were.
Oh, I think I do remember swimming.
It was one of those trips where I was like, well, I mean, I've got to go down there, and if you've got the time off, just come with.
I don't remember I kind of remember the inside of the place. We were upstairs, and didn't we sit against a bar that overlooked the bottom floor?
Yes, exactly.
Where the hell were we?
I always think of that as my time in Kansas City with the band, but no, I don't remember the name of the place.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's not spring break-esque. We can move on.
Stray away again.
But the staffing issue with the airline industry is really troubling because it's a very important industry for people to know what they're doing. And if there's like a lack of training, that's really, really dangerous. And it's hard to think about.
Every industry is like that right now, though.
Yeah, everyone is understaffed, underpaid.
Yeah, because nobody wants to work for non-living wages. Like, it's just outrageous to think of.
Well, because the living wage is higher and higher and higher, and companies, I would say can't, but they can. They won't pay it.
Oh, it's not even just that. It's just pure corporate greed at this point where they just want more money. And
it's so unbalanced that I don't know if we can fix it.
Profits, profits, profits.
Yeah. And it's easier to not pay people than to actually, cut costs where they can or just not pay themselves as much as they do.
There's a shift that has to occur that I don't know will.
Yeah, it's called actual factual revolution, where we actually go and,
bring out the guillotine.
It's called being human.
Town square, guillotine some people, and
I'll eat some cake. Let's go.
But until some major actual negative consequences happens to those people, we'll just keep spinning through the same cycle. It'll just keep getting worse.
Yep.
Like this banking crisis is exactly a representation of our priorities. But anyways, enough about banking crises and very serious things. Let's go on to something that's a little lighter than that. What were we talking about?
Not serious.
Well, I've got bad news for you because our next topic isn't much lighter.
Oh no.
Well, it's a topic that I'm calling Miami Beach Needs a Break from Spring Break. I pulled up this article from the Wall Street Journal that says Miami Beach wants to cancel spring break, sets curfew after deadly shootings.
They caught the guy, apparently.
Yeah, they caught the guy. 2 people were killed in separate shootings near the beachfront on Friday and Sunday, Miami Beach police said. Both shootings were isolated events, and suspects have been arrested or taken into custody. Mayor Dan Gelber said in a video on Facebook Sunday, "We haven't asked for spring break in our city. We don't want spring break in our city. It's too rowdy, brings too much disorder, and is simply too difficult to police."
No tourists! Well, I'm not going to be there if the birdcage isn't there, so...
What's the birdcage? I'm not joking.
The movie? The bar?
Bar.
The bar from the movie, The Birdcage.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you gay?
What the fuck are you looking at me like that for?
I mean, who are you?
Yeah, I'm very gay. I've got pictures to prove it.
Have you not seen The Birdcage?
No, I've never heard of it.
Anthony, what the fuck? Robin Williams, Nathan Lane, it's like a gay movie everyone should see. You haven't seen it?
I don't even know what it is, so clearly not.
Oh my god. You need to watch it. I think you'll appreciate it.
Okay. Well, I'm a little less inclined to now after you've been razzing me so hard about it.
I will razz until you do.
Quit faffing, you bastard.
Yeah, quit faffing. It is... Where did I watch it the other day? Because
I don't know. It's only rated 7.2 out of 10 on IMDb. That is not...
Oh, shut the fuck up. It's on Paramount Plus and Showtime, and of course you can get it on Amazon. Highly recommend that.
Okay, whatever. I've pulled it up.
Wow. I'm shocked you haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I don't know if I like the concept of it. I'm just reading it.
Okay.
A gay cabaret owner and his drag queen companion agree to put up a false straight front so that their son can introduce them to his fiance's right-wing moralistic parents. It came out in 1996. And
yes.
I
hate
watching awkward situations.
I mean, think of the time. It's actually a hilarious movie. I hope you leave this part in because I need several of our listeners to be very disappointed in you because that is an iconic film.
I know one who will definitely voice his opinion on it.
I mean, I'm gonna leave it in.
George, send us an email.
From a certain department.
Oh, yeah, John, sorry.
Well, to bring it back, that article was posted on Monday, March 20th. The same day, an article from CNN. Miami Beach rejects nightly curfew after 2 fatal shootings during spring break. The Miami Beach City Commission voted Monday to not set a curfew for this upcoming weekend, but the panel did pass a measure ordering liquor stores to close early after 2 deadly shootings riled the popular Florida spring break location. 2 commissioners argued it would be unfair to punish future crowds for what happened last weekend. We want more money, is what they said, basically.
Can we just talk about the real big fucking elephant in the room with this? They're not addressing the fucking issue, which is guns.
They're not.
Like, the gun killed them, and you're trying to close liquor stores? You're trying to set a curfew?
It's Florida.
None of that's going to solve any fucking problems. You're dancing around it, and it's stupid.
Florida is the stand your ground state. They're never going to change gun laws. Come on.
I know. It just makes me so fucking mad that we can't do anything with guns in this country because they think they need it to defend themselves from the state. But you know what? If the military comes after you, they're going to shoot you from at least a mile away. You're never going to be close enough to shoot them back.
And a lot of people who fight for guns are huge cowards when the time comes down to it.
God. All right.
Which I'm not saying everyone is. It's just exhausting. We should move on before we get too serious.
Well, before we get too riled up, we'll move things to a more calm topic. We're going to go into some ways that you can enjoy a low-key spring break at home.
Anthony, show your tits.
Look at those pink Hershey kisses.
You're welcome.
And there they are.
Well, I pulled up an article by Ashlyn Messier, and it's called 10 Things to Do During Your Downtime If You're Not Traveling for Spring Break. She had some good, actually really great suggestions that I found that don't involve children because we don't believe in children here at this market. Thanks.
It's a no-kid zone.
There's 10 hobbies on here, but we're not going to go through all of them.
We do not have children's seats in our carts.
So one of them she has that Anthony would probably like is break out the tent for a camping trip. So you don't have to go to the beach for spring break. You can go to the mountains instead, or you can go to a field. You can go to your backyard. You can go basically anywhere that it's allowed and just pitch your tent and have a camping trip and have your own nice vacation.
I'll pitch a tent in my tent.
I pitch a tent every morning.
You know, as soon as I said it, I was like, guys are gross.
Boners.
Another one that's good on here is get cracking on your book list, which I agree with. I've been working on the third book in a trilogy that I've been reading for probably about 6 years now. I keep falling off track with book 3 and then getting back on track with it. But, you know, just having a calm night to read by yourself can be really therapeutic as well, especially while everyone else is out getting blasted.
Get blasted at home. You can blast yourself. Come.
That's right. You can pump your own keg. Another great one on here is treat yourself to a new activity like mini golf, bowling, the zoo, maybe a local amusement park, which I really agree with because back in 2015, we realized that we'd been living here in Tulsa for 2 years and didn't know anything about the city. So we made it our goal that year to explore Tulsa, and we found out like there's a bunch of great restaurants here. There's a lot of great like local activities. There's a lot of great free stuff. So it's a great time if you want to kind of get outside your house and explore the city that you live in or explore some surrounding areas, kind of get the lay of the land and explore some new stuff. You might find a new hobby that you like.
Well, we really dove into the food scene here. And we've got great restaurants in Tulsa. I was so shocked to find out how many like really good restaurants we have. We actually have sort of a newer favorite place of ours. It's called Shaky Jake's, and it's in Broken Arrow. And they just received a James Beard Award nomination.
Ooh.
Which is a big deal.
Which is big fucking deal.
I don't know if you have anything like this near your city, Jay, but there's a Facebook group here called Tulsa Restaurant Reviews. And it's just been a plethora of knowledge and information and recommendations, and we found a lot of great local places through that group on Facebook. So I don't know if like Oklahoma City has something like that, but you should look into it for sure.
We have a page that everyone pays attention to, and it's called OKC Talk, and it talks about every new establishment and every new building and every new project. And then it brings up all the restaurants. And so that's kind of how we find out about new places. And what's interesting about Oklahoma City is we have 2 restaurants that were ranked in the top 100 restaurants in the nation, according to Yelp.
Damn.
And so we take a lot of pride in that. Cafe Cacao, absolutely delicious. And it's a restaurant that you're going to have, if you go on a standard time that's really hyped up, it's at least a 2-hour wait. And you just have to check in and wait in line. And then there's Hall's Pizza, which is also one of my favorite pizza places. So those are 2 of the top ranked last I saw.
Oh, this looks really good.
Oklahoma City has an amazing restaurant scene. I'll admit it.
What's the pizza
when I
place
moved
called?
here in 2011, Hall's Pizza. When I moved here in 2011, it was all chains, so it kind of sucked. And now I don't even eat chains. I only eat local stuff.
Well, that I always forget the name. Not Continental Pizza, the one at Parlor.
Oh, at Parlor Pizza, it's Providence Pizza.
Providence Pizza, that's it. Point Break, that was a movie.
Oh, this looks really good. Jay, why have we not gone to Cafe Cacao?
Oh, God. It's difficult to get into, so like if we want to get in at a reasonable time, we have to book it early. And it's not a reservation. It's like open table where you just get in line.
The pricing is really good, and if it's as good as everyone says it is, like this is the exact type of restaurant I would love to go to. It looks like this, like
when you come down here next time, I am happy to take you.
It looks like traditional Mexican, and then some like sprinkled with a little bit of Cuban. Jay is frozen for me.
Jay's frozen for me too. He's dreaming of cafe cacao.
There he is.
You froze and you were like this. You looked like Clarice Starling in Scream, where she talks like this the whole time.
Scream in Scream.
Yeah, in the remake of Scream.
Clarice Starling in Scream. I just want to make sure we're clear on this.
That's right. That's it. I'm not going back on it.
When I was a young girl.
In Woodsboro.
And I saw all the lambs, and they were in the house at the party. They were at Stu Macher's house, and then Ghostface came in and he killed them. And I couldn't stop him from killing all those lambs.
I didn't realize that my boyfriend was the killer, and so was his best friend.
Best friend.
And then those lambs, they'd be silent. That's how this movie got its name. I got an Oscar for this.
That is why I voted her as a recast, because she got an Oscar for it.
Anyways.
Well, then another activity on here that I thought was kind of fun was throw a themed night with friends. Now, she kind of goes into a little more here. She says you could have like a fancy dress-up night, like a dinner party. You could do like a create your own charcuterie board night. And I've seen those. They look pretty fun. And another one she says that I've seen quite a few TikToks on this is where everyone makes their own PowerPoint presentation and you present them for the group. And I've seen different ones that are like rating male celebs on whether I'd marry them or not, or like most toxic Disney characters, or celebrities that I think should be good together. There's some really funny ideas out there. That'd be fun. Then another one on here that I think could be pretty fun, especially if you have kiddos, if you must, is have a baking day or a bake-off. Now, Jay is a pretty accomplished baker, as is Anthony. He makes some really great recipes too. So I'd probably come in third place. So we're not going to do that. But that's a fun idea for any of you guys out there too.
Come on, that's a podcast competition that we can actually win.
Maybe we'll do a live stream or something. I don't know. Maybe we'll do something.
Okay, but as long as the battle isn't cheesecake, because Jay will absolutely bury me.
I will rock a good cheesecake.
Maybe we'll make it casserole so I can definitely win.
Next time we do the casserole contest, I'm not doing what I would normally do, which is trying to impress people with my culinary prowess. I'm just going to appeal to the people and give them the cream cheese and noodles they want.
There you go. It'll win every time.
Everyone loves a good cream cheese.
We did a casserole contest night at our house, and we had a couple of friends come over, and I fucking made this ratatouille that was gorgeous. Gorgeous. I mean, everything from scratch. It was beautiful. It was
beautiful.
Layered. It was, and fucking Joe did shrimp Alfredo bake or something like that. And anyways.
Tell me, Anthony, when did your dish come out of the oven?
I don't know.
Was it perhaps after everyone had already eaten everything else? Maybe 45 minutes after everyone else had already eaten?
Well, I let you use the kitchen first because I'm polite.
Oh, that's why.
Whatever. I'm getting cheese fries.
All this talk about spring break has me very excited about the commercial this week. Coming up soon on Beards and Sundries Plus.
And now for a word from our sponsor, Beards and Sundries Gone Wild, Spring Break Edition.
It's the Beards and Sundries Gone Wild Spring Break Edition. See all of us go wild! Doing all those things people did on the commercials back in 2004. This year, we were in Oklahoma. So see us strip down to our naughty bits on the beaches of Lake Hefner, the beaches of Eufaula Lake, and the Red River. Order your VHS or DVDs now for 3 easy payments of $9.99, plus shipping and handling. You'll see the product in 4 to 8 weeks, so get ready. See all of our action raw, wild, and dirty on the Beards and Sundries Gone Wild Spring Break Edition. This isn't real.
Really glad you added the caveat at the end of that.
I just know that if you don't bring your poppers, there's definitely going to be a Red River for sure.
God.
There you go. There's the reaction I was hoping for. It's definitely going to be raw and dirty, and there's going to be a Red River of something.
Well, I showed my bits at the Red River beachside, but on the north side, not the south side, because the north side's Oklahoma.
Oh, I made sure to make some money with my meaty melons down there for sure.
I just don't understand how HR gave us the budget to do this.
It's because we called it Beards and Sundries Gone Mild, and then we flipped it. into a W without them knowing.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
I'm dyslexic, but I switched my letters right side down. No, I'm kidding.
That's definitely it.
Jay was like, it's Beards and Sundries gone mild.
But this content is spicy. Oh, no.
I showed my meaty bits.
Well, if you're staying home this spring break and need something to binge and need some new content to check out, Anthony, do you have something to check out this week?
I do. It's the Beards and Sundries Gone Wild Spring Break Edition. Here's a 20-minute video of us being naked.
20? I have places to be.
I'm never nude for 20 minutes. I can't see myself that long.
Now for something to check out. I actually have something real to check out, which is a streaming service called Dropout.tv.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you are familiar with the old internet sort of comedy video makers called College Humor, this is College Humor.
Oh my God, yes.
Yes. So they actually have turned this into an entire streaming channel. They've got all sorts of different content that Joe and I watch regularly. I think it's like $7 or $8 a month, and it is easily the best streaming service we pay for.
It was like $5.
Oh, it's nothing crazy. I know that. But we watch frequently shows like Game Changer, which is a game show where the game changes every show and the contestants don't know what they're playing coming into it. And they have to figure it out.
There's another show called Actually, which is basically nerd-based trivia where they have to answer each question in the form of a Jeopardy question. So they have to say actually, and then they have to say the right answer. So it's super fun.
It really is nerd stuff, and I fucking love that show because I will geek out whenever they have a really good themed episode. Also, Mike Trapp, who's those, is not bad to look at.
There's some pretty handsome men on there too, and there's some pretty great funny ladies on there too, and it's just really great, smart, funny content that makes fun of itself as much as it makes fun of its subject material. So it's really fun.
Love it.
And if you want to see diversity and inclusion in a workplace, like,
you
should really watch the channel. They do such a
very much so.
Everybody there is just it's a great spectrum of people. There are everything from like straight white males who are Christians to like trans men and women, non-binary people. Like everybody runs the gamut, and it's just so cool to see that type of diversity in a regular setting.
And their CEO, Sam Reich, I can tell that he truly cares about his employees. Like, he is just so wholesome and thankful, and he thanks them all the time for being amazing people, and he's just deep down a good person.
It's definitely worth your time to check out. They also, if you're a big nerd like me, they have Dimension 20, which is a fantasy tabletop role-playing game show that they do, where they run like little mini campaigns that take a couple of hours. And so those are always fun, and they get really in character, which I also appreciate. Then there's Dirty Laundry with Lily Dew, and the most bisexual person I've ever seen in my life. What is his name? Grant?
It's Grant O'Brien. And then there's The Rank Room with Katie Maravich. There's Where in the World is Sarah Cincinnati?
Except it's Where in the Fuck is Sarah Cincinnati?
Where in the F is Sarah Cincinnati, which is like a play on Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. So each episode you have to find your messy friend Sarah because she's gone somewhere, and she leaves you Instagram videos and clues, and then you have to find where she is.
There's a lot of great content there, so definitely go check it out. It's dropout.tv.
There's something for everyone. It's definitely worth checking out.
If you like this, then you'll like that.
If you like fun garbage.
So, moving on from that, I hear that Jay has some fun TikTok comments for us this week. Jay?
Ooh, yeah. Do you have some Beardo submitted sundries?
Ooh, yes. Okay, so the other day, I happened to post a video, and it was using a popular TikTok, I'm going to say filter, but it's the one with, what's his face?
Zachary Quinto.
As Siler.
Nope.
In Heroes.
Nope.
Carol Channing.
No, I can't think of his name. Pedro Pascal right now.
Oh, I think you tagged me in it.
Yeah, and he's just literally sitting there and eating the sandwich, or eating, I think it's a sandwich, and it's the picture of Joe being very annoyed when Anthony and I keep going, dick, in the episode for Mardi Gras. And I said when Anthony and Jay go off on tangents where they only talk about dick. And we actually received several comments on that, and I'll pinpoint the what's wrong with that. So keep that in mind, Joe. Mr. Piano Man 88 said the shade from Joe. Also, Joe, Irish Paul said, my goodness, I could stare into those eyes all day. So you have an admirer.
Yeah, it's weird.
How about now? How about that shit? Is that Irish enough for you, Paul? How about this?
Out of here.
Okay.
Those were some of the top TikTok comments. And then we actually received an email this week that kind of made me a little sad. But we heard from Joe and Anthony out of Texas, or out of San Antonio, sorry.
George and Anthony?
George and Anthony?
Yeah?
You said Joe and Anthony. You stupid bitch.
Oh, sorry.
From where?
We heard from George and Anthony out of San Antonio.
Hi, boys.
Hi, George and Anthony.
Unfortunately, they've been a little slow to respond this week, and they wanted to say, Joe, happy annual review from them.
Thank you.
But they had a medical emergency with their dog and ended up having to put it down. So it was kind of a really sad week for them.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Dear
Trust
Fiona.
me, I put down 2 last year, and so I fully understand your pain, and we wish you the best.
Well, Beardos, hold on one second. We'll ask their permission, but this is the sweet girl in question. This is Miss Fiona.
For just listeners that can't see the video, Joe has a Christmas card that we received from them.
Well, let me just tell you boys this. If you are feeling down or having a tough time, I want you to Google The Rainbow Bridge. It's a beautiful poem about pet loss, and getting a little emotional just thinking about it right now, but it is a perfect poem to read when you're feeling sad about losing your pet. And I can just tell you for sure that Miss Fiona is in a better place. She's so happy for you, and she's looking down on you from a better place right now. I promise.
Actually, in my response to them, I told them about a kid's book that was given to me whenever I put down my second dog last year, and it was called Doggy Heaven. And it's a kid's book, but I bawl every time I see it, because all it does is kind of rehash the moments that were fantastic and what they're doing now. And it made me very emotional, and still does. So, take that book and kind of enjoy it.
Yeah, we send you lots of love, boys, and just, I don't know, we'll hold our fur babies extra tight tonight for you.
Lots and lots.
Yes, lots of love from us.
Well, as sad as that is, we feel for you boys, and we're thinking about you for sure. We're going to move on now to game time. We're going to bring back the mood up a little bit, and we can hope that we bring you guys back up too, okay? So, this week, I created the game because, as I said earlier, I didn't want to lose 2 weeks in a row, so I wasn't going to risk it for the biscuit. So, we're moving on to my homebrewed game that I'm calling Gimme a Break. So for this week's game, I have found 13 idioms and phrases across the internet that use the word break. And I will give you clues to help you guess the phrase. The first one of you to get it right will get a point, and we have a total of 13 points up for grab. Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, commence game. All right, number 1. This phrase means that you have earned back the same amount of money that you've spent at the casino.
Break even.
Break even it is. That's a point for Anthony. Very good.
Pew, pew, pew.
Okay.
All right.
Get wrecked, noob.
Number 2. This means that you have separated from something, or also the title of a Kelly Clarkson hit single.
Break up?
No.
Break away.
Yes. Breakaway.
Okay. I was like, it's breakaway, but I'm scared now.
Why? Why are you scared?
I don't know.
I mean, who wouldn't be in this economy?
I'm terrified.
Okay. Number 3. This means you are sharing a meal with someone, commonly used at Thanksgiving.
Break bread.
That's right. Break bread.
This wine has slowed my brain down a lot.
I think it's your internet connection.
I'm tired. I'm sorry, I'm trying a new internet, and it may not be the best idea.
All right. Number 4. This idiom refers to a fortunate event, perhaps being discovered in Hollywood or on American Idol.
Big break.
Breakthrough.
What'd you say, Anthony?
Big break.
It's right. That's big break. Or lucky break. But big break will take it. What'd you say, Jay? Breakthrough?
Yes.
That was a good guess. But not good enough.
Hey, good guess.
All right. Number 5. I had fun with this one. Number 5. This phrase is a much more polite way to refer to a big, wet, nasty fart.
Break wind.
Break wind it is. Very good and very in character, Jay.
Makes sense he'd get the fart one.
I hope you left the front door open for that one.
I'm ready. Let's go. I'm warmed up now. I get what the game's going for.
That gave him the kick in the pants he needed. Alrighty.
Give me the next one. Break me the next one.
Number 6. This is a phrase that refers to the final action or incident that causes a big sudden reaction.
Breaking point.
No.
Breakthrough.
No. You can guess again if you want.
Big break.
No.
Oh.
It's a little bit longer of a phrase. You want me to read it again?
Yeah, I'll read it again.
This is a phrase that refers to a final action or incident that causes a big sudden reaction.
Broke the camel's back. Break the camel's back.
I'm going to give it to you.
That's
the straw that breaks the
okay.
camel's back.
Yep.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, fuck off, Anthony.
Hey, I was just about to clap for you, fucking asshole. Gotta be nice.
I'm in competition mode now.
Fuck off.
Things are getting wild in aisle 4, y'all. Alrighty. Number 7. This phrase means an event or action that will bring either success or failure.
Breaking point.
Breakthrough.
No and no. One of you said it already earlier.
Big break.
Say it again, Anthony. Sorry. Cut out.
Big break.
Big break.
Did you say make or break, Anthony?
No, I said
Make a break.
I can't
Yes, I
hear
did.
either of you. Damn it. I just sabotaged myself. I hear Anthony cackling. That's all I can hear from my fucking office.
I'm gonna say that I said it.
I'm going to say that I said it before Anthony
did.
when you
You
asked
did.
the question.
For real.
Oh, please.
He's like rewinding to see what we actually said and when.
Jay got it right? Make or break?
Jay got it right though. He said make or break. Well, after you gave it to him, yes.
I thought I saw you say it, so I asked what you said. What did you say when what you cut out?
I said big break.
Oh.
Which was stupid. I can't believe you said that.
And the second you said, did you say make or break? Jay was like, make or break. Make or break.
Well, that's right, Jay. Make or break. You got it.
Yay! Thank you for cheating.
Stupid audio issues.
Current scores sit at Anthony with 4 and Jay at 3. All right. Number 8. This phrase means trying to escape or get away from something or a situation.
Breakaway.
No, breakaway was already an answer.
Breakthrough. Break out.
Break out. No. Here's a clue. Freddie Mercury saying that he wants
Break free.
to break free. There we go.
Oh yeah.
There we go, Jay. You got it.
Oh, it's fucking tied now. I'm in competition mode.
Shut up.
Breakaway was the Kelly Clarkson single already, you stupid bitch.
I know. I'm nervous.
I hope you'd be more nervous.
Ladies and gents, we are tied 4 apiece. Alrighty. Number 9. This phrase means you must sacrifice some things to gain success. Think making breakfast.
Breaking eggs.
Can you give me the full phrase? It mentions a breakfast item.
You gotta break an egg to make an omelet.
I gotta break some egg. I gotta break an egg.
I think I gotta give it to Anthony. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Bitch.
Fuck Anthony, but you're right.
You can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. So, Anthony, that one goes to
Actually, you didn't say it that way, so you can't make an omelet without breaking a few
Fuck
eggs.
off.
There we go.
All right. Still friends. Alrighty.
I'm going to break your egg.
I only have one, so don't worry about it.
Can't make a whole omelet with that.
It's a baby omelet.
Yeah, can I get the egg your way?
I'm on a diet omelet.
Number 10.
Okay.
This phrase refers to a way to get to know someone or to try and relieve awkwardness or nervousness.
Breaking the ice.
That's right, Jay. Break the ice. Okay.
Woo!
That was very choppy internet, so I'm excited to see how that turns out on YouTube.
Sorry, I'm already looking at switching back to my old internet.
All right, number 11. This phrase means that something or someone has reached their physical or emotional limit.
Breaking point.
Breaking point.
That was really fucking close.
My internet's lagging.
No, bullshit.
I gotta say that Jay started it first.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Jay started saying it first. Number 12. This phrase means to end something you enjoyed, or what Max, Allison, Danny, and Thackeray managed to achieve at the end of Hocus Pocus.
Break free, break off, breaking the curse.
Daybreak?
I'm going to give it to you, Jay, because it's break the spell.
Oh, okay.
So, I made it 13 so there wouldn't be a tie. Do you want this last one to be worth 5 points? Or should it be worth 1 point?
Oh, whatever, I don't care.
You're winning, currently.
All right, here's our last and final one. Number lucky 13. This final phrase means to address the audience as an actor, or what we do every week on this show.
Break a leg?
No.
Break character.
I mean, that's what we do every week anyway, but that's not the phrase I'm looking for.
Say that phrase one more time.
This final phrase means to address the audience as an actor, or what we do every week on this show.
Lunch break?
No. That's a good guess, though.
Yeah, it's a really good guess.
Address the audience as an actor.
Break character.
No, Jay already said it.
Oh, that's right. You did say that.
Yeah, you stupid bitch.
Yeah, you stupid bitch.
Think about your point of view if you're watching a sitcom, and the actor looks at you. What are they doing?
Break the fourth wall?
Break the fourth wall. There you go.
I'm really disappointed you didn't do a Kit Kat give me a break.
I should have. That could have made a tie, Anthony.
I literally was sitting here like, give me a break, and none of them were that.
But that's the name of the game. So that leaves our final score at Anthony with 5 and Jay with 8, making Jay this week's winner.
I never win, so I'm really proud of myself.
Yeah, well, I'm not proud of you.
Okay, well, fuck off.
Well, with another fun round of sportsmanship here in the break room, I think that I sadly hear the Muzak kicking back on, you guys.
Oh.
It came back on the second we realized Jay was going to win.
And guys, we need voicemails. Our voicemail box is emptier than the streets of Fort Lauderdale on the Monday morning following spring break. We want to hear from you. We need fun comments. We need suggestions. We need fun voicemails to laugh at and comment on.
Give us something.
Leave anything. I don't care. You can be like, hi, I love you. Listen to your show every week. That's all. Just leave a voicemail. We need it.
And also, we have a Twitter now.
That's right, guys. I started a Twitter because I'm worried TikTok may have to go away. Follow us on Twitter.
Our handle is @beards_sundries.
BEARDS_SUNDRIES.
Oh, you spelled it right. Good for him.
Thank you.
But feel free to keep reaching out to us on all of our other socials, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Don't forget to send us emails at beardsandsundries@gmail.com. We love hearing from you guys. It's so much fun to hear how much you're enjoying the journey as much as we are.
Or call us on our hotline at 405-999-2242. We want to hear from you.
Make sure that you rate and review us on whatever platform you're listening on. It helps us get in front of more listeners like you. And thank you so much for joining us for Season 2, Episode 12 of Beards and Sundries. We hope to see you next week for Episode 13.
And who knows? If you leave us more voicemails, maybe we'll release Shorty Shorts more quickly.
And as always, Beardos,
don't forget to
love yourself because we already love you.
We love you. Bye.
Yes, we love
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye.